can devastate your dog's body. And I'm going to show you exactly why today using real stories from dogs I am currently working with right now. If your dog is small or medium sized, you especially need to hear this. Hey, I'm Lisa, founder of the High Vibe Dog. I help dog mamas unknowingly harming their pups and create a toxin free high vibe life using the High Vibe Dog method. Today we are closing out May. What a fantastic month this has been, and the May series with Pillar 4. Small body, big impact. Why your dog, why their size specifically makes them dramatically more vulnerable to everything in their environment, and why the same product barely affects you can create a significant toxic burden on their bodies. It's affecting you too, but you're just not realizing it and not noticing it. It's going to happen so much faster to your dog. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to tell you about a product line that is marked as sensitive and gentle in nature. And the product has thousands of dog mamas using every single day and had no idea what's actually in it and what it is doing to one of the dogs I'm personally caring for. So you definitely want to stay for that. So drop a comment, drop some doggy paws in the comments if you are here and you're ready to get started, and tell me how much your dog actually weighs. I want to see what the sizes of the dogs are that are on here for their dog mamas today that I'm working with today. So, have you ever thought about the fact that your dog's body is processing the same environment inputs as yours does, but it's a fraction of the size, so much smaller? Their livers, their bodies are so different. So drop yes in the comments, or drop never thought about that in the comments below, so I can kind of see where everybody sits at. So here is what I see. A dog mama comes to me and her small dog is sneezing constantly, itching, scratching nonstop, losing fur, or he just feels off in ways and it's different. She can't quite explain it. And she's doing her best, but she doesn't know what's going on. She's trying to use different products. She tries everything that she knows of. She switches even some things around, but the symptoms keep coming back. And check this out. The vet says, oh, it's just allergies. They don't look deeper. Why? What is the pup allergic to? What is wrong with the pup? Why is it happening? We want to get to the root cause of that. And when I start asking questions to these dog mamas, we almost always find something. I'd love it for that not to be the case. And something she never connected is what she's seeing in her dog. So here is what most people don't even think about. Your dog's liver, their lymphatic system, their kidneys, all of their organs are responsible for processing and eliminating toxins out of their bodies. They're working with a fraction of the capacity that yours is, and the toxic load is the same. A 9-pound dog and a 150-pound human are breathing in the same air, walking on the same floors, sleeping on the same laundry. But that 9-pound dog's body is processing that exposure with dramatically less capacity to manage everything. The toxic load per pound of body weight is incomparably high. And they can't tell you. That's the problem. They can only show you through the symptoms that they are actually having. The product is fine for you, so you think. It's not automatically fine for your dog. Their size changes everything. How does that land? Have you ever thought about that before and thought, wow, that bleach, those cleaners that are all over the floor, I make sure that it's dry, that they're not walking in it. They're still taking it on in their bodies. They're licking it. It's on their paws. And the smaller the body is, the more that it will increase the chances of something affecting them. And the faster it will happen. The body just processes and works itself to death, trying to process everything, but it's just not able to. So drop a yes in the comments if you have never thought about that before in that specific way. So, how do dogs actually absorb the toxins? Let me walk you through it. I want to show you specific ways your dog's body takes on everything in their environment, because this is not just about what they eat anymore, it's about how they exist in this world. So, how does your dog actually absorb toxins? First and foremost, they absorb them through their paws. Every surface they walk on, treated grass, clean floors, residue from products, everything gets absorbed directly through their paws. Their paws are extremely porous, honestly, just like our feet are, almost even more, because we, at least most of the time, wear shoes to protect us, where dogs are 100% of the time on their paws. Paw pads are highly vascular and they absorb quickly. That's number one. Number two is the dogs absorb toxins through their skin and through their coat. Again, their fur is everywhere. Everything applied topically, grooming products, sprays, even the residual from laundry that sits on their skin, on their fur, and soaks into their bodies. Dogs have thinner skin than humans as well, and they absorb more into that skin. Number three is through inhalation. Dogs breathe at floor level, so everything stays right there. Cleaning products settle there, air fresheners settle there, candles, diffused synthetic fragrances sit there. All of it concentrates in the zone where your dog lives every single day. Think about that. Every surface their body comes in contact with is it drawing into their bodies, and it concentrates in their zone in their lives. Here's another one, number 4, and that's through ingestion. Dogs are constantly licking their paws. They're chewing, they're biting, they're licking their coat, they're bedding, they're chewing on it. Everything on the surface of their dog goes into their mouth. They're like children. Paw licking after every walk is directly ingested of whatever they were walking on outside. So I personally don't use shoes in the house because I want to keep the floors clean. And when pups come in the house, first thing I do is I wipe their feet off. So if you're concerned with outside chemicals, outside anything, have some paw pads and be very conscious of what kind of paw pads and what's the ingredients in them, because most of them are still filled full of fragrance, filled full of all sorts of synthetics. So you have to look at the actual ingredients. And there's actually a recipe for a natural, you can homemade version of wipes. And if that's something that you'd like to learn about, let me know. Comment wipes in the comments, put comments in the wipes, and I will make sure I get you that recipe so that you can actually just make your own at home. That's a little on side note, but we'll get back to it. So every surface goes into their paw, into their mouths. Paw licking after every walk, and it's direct ingestion for whatever they're walking through, whatever they're in. Now, this is whether it's inside or outside. So this is why the High Vibe Dog Wellness Framework looks like it has the 4 pillars. It's why it's so important. You have nutrition, you have environment, you have the products that's used on your dog, and you. Those are the 4 main pillars, because your dog is absorbing inputs from every single one of these pillars constantly. Let's sit with that for a second. We don't realize how much our dog is actually absorbing from what we do. Does your dog lick its paws after walks? Does it seem to scratch a lot? Drop a yes in the comments and let me know. This is one of the most common signs of paw absorption happening in real time. And I see it all the time. It astounds me. And it took me a while myself to realize what the heck was going on. So here's a good example. I'm going to tell you about Samba, this dog that I take care of. He's a 5-month-old Cavapoo puppy. He's into everything. And he is maybe 9 or 10 pounds, little guy, obviously because he's a puppy and he's growing. And he has been sneezing lately. Why? She uses the thieves. She's non-toxic on the laundry, non-toxic products. She uses the floor cleaner, everything, so it's non-toxic. Why is he sneezing? What's going on? We kind of figured it out. And I've been working with him now for like 3 months. For like 3 months, we're training and we're doing coaching with Mama, and we started noticing him sneezing. And I thought, what is he doing? And so when I started asking questions and looking at the full picture, here's what we found out. And this was so interesting. So prior to us working together and in the beginning stages, she used Pine Sol and other just conventional cleaners on the floor and around the floor. He was eating in a plastic food bowl. He just didn't know. She was a new dog mama. Plastic leashes, everything. And the plastic leaches, the chemicals in the plastic leaches directly into the food and the water, especially when they're heated or they start wearing out. Stop using plastic. Use glass, stainless steel are best. And if you use ceramic, make sure it does not come from China, because there is actually lead in the ceramic that comes from China. So keep that in mind. So he was also on traditional kibble. Just one of the so-called good brands. I think it was Royal Canine or something. And it was not supporting his gut or his immune system. I looked at the ingredients. Within seconds, I could tell what was going on with him. And he spent an extended amount of time at his grandmother's house where nobody was thinking about any toxic products at all. She had started already changing everything, but she hadn't thrown it away either. And Mama doesn't pay any attention at all. And Mama's dogs outside, they're not even inside. So her little grandson was getting everything at 9 pounds. So it was so much. 9 pounds processing all of these things. His body was showing us exactly what he wasn't able to handle. His mama started making the changes. Right away, she got a stainless steel bowl. She tossed out all of the crap, the Pine Sol and all of the crap. And we focused on purified water. She's changed out his food and no longer on straight kibble. She went to Stella and Chewy's, and it's baked and freeze dried. So it's much better for them. Started giving him bone broth as well. And we are working through all of this together, and we're already seeing signs. Like the last time I was there, which was on Tuesday, no sneezing, no sneezing, that little tiny body. And she was most concerned with what was already in him. And I said, well, he's young enough. We don't need to do a detox right away. But if you have an older dog that's been in it longer, once you stop using it, that's great. You don't get it any worse, but you still have to detox out of the body what was done up until that point. But he was young enough. We didn't have to do that. So it made a big difference. And now what was barely could register in the adult body, that 9 pound little tiny body was taking everything. And once we shifted these things out, and she got a diffuser and some specific oils for him, no problems. Started seeing a difference almost immediately. The sneezing wasn't random. It was his body communicating every single time that he was feeling this. And you just kind of got to figure it out. You don't know? And so these small nuances make a massive shift in your dog. So if you're just joining us now, we are talking about why dogs' small bodies makes them far more vulnerable to everyday products that they're using. And you're not even thinking about it. We don't. And I'm about to get into a story about a product marked as sensitive and gentle that was causing serious reactions. So stay with me. So here we go. Answer me this question. Does your dog sneeze regularly? Do they lick their paws obsessively? Do they scratch nonstop? Drop what you're seeing with your dog right now in the comments because I'd love to know what's kind of going on in general. So, what do you actually do with all of this? It's a lot. I understand. But I don't want you to feel overwhelmed at all. I want you to feel equipped and empowered. That is where change begins. So, here are the highest leverage swaps you can make right now for small dogs specifically. These affect big dogs as well, but small dogs is going to affect them so much more. So, here are the highest leverage swaps. Number one, wipe your dog's paws after every walk, every time. And I mentioned that before. Make sure what type of wipes that you're using. Use a wipe with no synthetic fragrance or harmful chemicals, harsh chemicals at all. If you can't pronounce it, don't use it. I personally use a type of wipes called Seedlings or Thieves wipes, and both are gentle enough on their paw pads and they're moisturizing and they don't take away from the dog's paws. They actually give to it. And this are effective at removing the residuals. And it's safe if they lick it too. So that is a good one. This one habit will eliminate a massive daily absorption source just by cleaning their paws. Number two, switch your floor cleaner first. Number one, they're in it all the time, walking everywhere. Your dog's face is 6 to 12 inches from your floor all day long. Whatever you're cleaning with stays on the surface until it gets cleaned again and it's on the surface again. Switch to Thieves Cleaner. You won't have an issue. And it's going to boost the immune systems as well. Support a healthy immune system, which, hey, no cleaner does. It's going to be good for you too. It's a plant-based, generally non-toxic cleaner, and it actually cleans far better than anything I've ever seen. Not just less bad, actually safe for both you and your dog. And number three is check your laundry soap. Your dog sleeps on your laundry, lies on your couch, presses his face into your bedding. Whatever residual and residue from your laundry soap leaves behind goes directly on their skin and yours and into their lungs. More on this in a moment. You'll be surprised. Number four, ditch all plastic food bowls. Adios them. They are gone. Focus on stainless steel or glass first and foremost. You can use ceramic, but make sure that it does not come from China. Plastic, as I said, leaches, especially as it wears and gets scratches in it, it gets worse. And it can get a bacteria in it as well. And for a small dog eating every day from a plastic bowl, this is daily chemical input that is completely unnecessary and can be eliminated easily and quickly. These four things will make the biggest impact right now, right today. So these are all step 2 actions, which is cleaning the foundation in the High Vibe Dog Method. And for a small dog, they are not optional. They are essential. They are absolutely necessary. So how many of these 4 does your dog already have covered? Drop a number in the comments below, 0 to 4. So let me know which one of these have you taken care of already. I would love to know. So Okay, I promised you in the very beginning I was going to tell you about a product that was marked sensitive and gentle that was causing serious reactions in a dog that I currently work with. And so here it is right now. So, Pepe, he's a phenomenal Australian Shepherd. It's one of the healthiest dogs I work with, actually. His mama is exceptional. How she feeds him, what she cooks for him, actually cooks for his food. She makes his food from scratch, and then she also uses a dehydrated, all organic base as well. So she mixes the two together. Freeze dried, and the ingredients are so high quality, no kibble whatsoever. So, yay, no conventional food whatsoever for him. She's generally one of the most conscious moms I know on every level, working with him, training him, daily on all sorts of things. And it's just beautiful to see. And so, what I noticed at my house, actually, I was watching him and he's just scratching incessantly. And his hair, he always shed a lot, but it was unbelievable. And I looked on his tummy, and all through this whole area on both sides, his hair had thinned so much. And I thought, what's going on? All of a sudden, and this came out of nowhere, and just the constant itching. It was uncomfortable for him, unfortunately. She couldn't figure it out. I mentioned it, and she's like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, I don't know. He couldn't figure it out. And so I started asking her questions. And I went through everything that I could possibly think of that I didn't already know. And then she sent me a photo of her laundry soap. She's like, oh, it's really good. It's seventh generation, free and clear for sensitive skin. And I'm like, well, just go ahead and shoot me the back of it. So, and I'll let you know. It's listed plant based. It's marked as one of the safer options on the market. So you're thinking, yay, it's got to be good. Seventh generation, they've advertised for decades how good it is, how much healthier it is. So I looked up those ingredients and I learned a couple things. I I was floored actually because I didn't expect it to have even what it did have. So the ingredient list included compounds that actually cause severe skin reactions and respiratory irritation. Huh, how can that be? It's supposed to be healthy and it's supposed to be good for you and it's supposed to be plant based. And it also came in these pods, plastic pods. So, and we're going into a hot cycle in the washing machine. So, plastic heating up, it's melting on all of the fabric and it's releasing directly into the fabric. That same fabric that Pepe was sleeping on every single night, lying on, pressing his face on, rolling around in every single day. His immune system was reacting to what was sitting on the surface that he was touching. And it he just couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it. So seventh generation was bought out by a company called Unilever. They have a lot of chemicals and toxins in their stuff. And when they bought the company out, that company that had at one point been completely good for the environment and good products, good ingredients, slowly got switched out to cheaper ingredients. So they kept the same name, they keep the same labels, they keep all the same stuff in the front. But when you flip it over and look at the back and you read more about the company, they don't tell you any of that. It's no longer the same product. It's the same as Tide. Doesn't matter. A few more plant-based ingredients, but a lot of the same chemicals, sodium lauryl sulfate, a lot of these same ingredients were in it. And she was blown away of what was happening. She's like, what do you use? I need to get something. And so she switched that out and started upgrading his supplements as well. So once she took out the problem, she's like, okay, I need to now give his body what he needs to kind of heal. And so we are now working on a gentle detox protocol as well so that we can help clear out the body from what already was accumulated. So I'm excited to see improvements in him continue to roll out. And I'm already seeing changes. Right away, I noticed that he wasn't scratching as much. And when he stayed with me this last time, He didn't shed half as badly as he had been shedding before. So little simple changes are starting to already make big differences. And that's what we want. So seventh generation is marked as a safe choice, a gentle choice, the one you feel good about buying at the store, even paying more for. And I'm here to tell you, read the ingredients every time, because the label is not the same of what's inside a lot of the time. They start shifting things out, and they don't even have to add to the label some of the stuff that has been in cleaners and stuff for decades. They get under the wire. They're called inert ingredients. They're not so inert. So they cause all sorts of havoc on the body. They cause it on ours too. But again, the dog's body is so much smaller. Has anyone been using seventh generation or another quote unquote healthy natural laundry product? And let me know. Drop it in the comments. Drop laundry in the comments and let me know. And I'll actually be able to, I can easily look at I'll easily probably tell by just the brand and the name of the product how toxic it is. Or if it's not, there's a couple out there. And I meet a couple outside of what I use that's actually healthy to use and safe for everyone. And what's interesting about laundry soap as well, it has a lot of hormone disruptors in it, and it has optic brighteners that actually stay on the fabric. So it's not cleaning it, it's covering up dirt with like paint in a sense. And it sits in the fabric and it soaks into your skin, it soaks into their fur. And it over time builds up and causes toxic reactions. And we don't want that. That's not serving anybody. So I want to hear from you now. Drop your questions in the comments and let me know what your dog is absorbing. Do you have questions about anything? What are they absorbing? What do you do about it? Anything. I'm going to answer some questions of people that sent me stuff in. And if you have anything, let me know. I will be happy to answer next time we do a live. So what laundry soap do I recommend? I use only, and I recommend Thieves Laundry Soap. It's from Young Living. The company is steadfast in their integrity, and nothing is in it that's not supposed to be. It's genuinely plant-based. It leaves no residual whatsoever on the fabric. And matter of fact, depending on how much you do laundry, within the first 30 days of using the product, it actually starts stripping away the residuals from the other product, and your clothes will feel differently within 30 days, just feeling on it. So that is fantastic. It's going to get rid of that off, and it'll clean it right off, and is safe for both doggies and us, of course. So DM me Vibe, and I can share you more about that. I don't use anything else for the laundry, for the floors, you name it, everything. And what wipes do you use for paws? As I mentioned, I have a recipe that I can give you for a homemade one, or I personally use the Seedlings wipes on the paw pads. And I do Thieves also, just depending on kind of what's going on or where we were outside. Both are gentle enough, as I said, for the paw pads, and they are effective at removing all the residuals and all the nasties from the walks, and their paws are nice and clean. And it's actually safe for them to lick it after. No synthetic fragrance, no harshness, nothing. So it says, my dog licks their paws constantly. Why could this be? Why? Almost certainly it's a factor that paw licking is one of the most common signs of topical irritation or absorption happening. It can also be a nervous reaction as well. But what you want to do at either rate is you want to remove any possibilities. So look at what they are walking in outside, where they're lying, what's in the grass around them, what you clean your floors with. And once you look at the outside and what they're in and your floors, stop those two things and be conscious of that. Again, DM me Vibe, and let's map that out specific for your dog. We want to help our dogs live a much more peaceful, healthy, vibrant life, and stop weighing them down with all the toxins and all the chemicals and stuff out there. So another question, is this just for small dogs, or does it matter for large dogs as well? So it matters for all dogs. They're smaller than we are. Size amplifies the impact, but every dog is actually absorbing it through their paws, every one of them, through their skin, also through their lungs every single day. The principles are the same, doesn't matter the size. The urgency is just higher for small dogs because of the body to toxin ratio. It's just way more extreme. So that's kind of the deal with that. So if you have any more questions, put them in the comments and I will answer them on the next live that I do. So one of the biggest things I want you to take away with today is this. The product that is fine for you is not automatically fine for your dog. Their size changes everything. And the most important thing you can do right now is to look at what is on your floors, in your laundry, and on your dog's body and in your dog's body every single day. That's what you want to do. So if you're new here and you want to know exactly where to start, DM me the word start and I will send you the first steps in doing that. We will be able to map it out and figure everything out. And so if you've been here with us throughout the whole month, you are ready to go a little deeper. So again, DM me or comment Vibe, and let's talk about how to support your dog and what that looks like for both you and them specifically. Thank you so much for being here. This has been an incredible month going through all the different pillars of what affects your dog's health and yours. It's all about both you and your dog. And next month, we're going to be going a little deeper on some things, more real stories, more specific solutions. And I have something very, very special coming for this community really, really soon. And I can't wait to share it with you. But until then, same time next Monday. Actually, it's not the same time next Monday. It's going to be at our regular time, which is 10 a.m. next Monday. Thank you so much for being here and watching this live. I appreciate you. And I'm excited to see you in the community. And this just means everything to me. If today helped you, please share this live with other dog mamas. Let them know about it. Subscribe to my channel. And know that you are supported here. Every dog and every dog mama deserves to have a healthy, high vibe life. And every dog mama deserves to know this stuff inside and out. So I will see you next Monday. Until then, remember, go out and create something magnificent with your pup. See you on the next live.